Tip number 3, go beyond your limits. I mean, for this one, can anyone say Super Saiyan? So, when you're on the edge of victory, your regular self might not be enough. Maybe it was enough for the past wins you've gotten. But for this one, with this scenario, this problem you're facing, whatever's going on in your life, the regular you might not be enough. You might have to dig deeper than maybe you've ever gone before. So we can draw out what's truly in you, which now speaks to the point of what exactly are you putting into yourself spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, because all of those things will show up either to your benefit or your loss in such a critical time as this. So an example of this obviously is what you can see with Uzui, for instance, where with what happened in the fight, obviously Guitarro has a speed notch higher than his, which led to him getting cut multiple times and all these different things. So Uzui as a Hashira, obviously phenomenally strong, still in a tricky situation here. And what does he have to do? He has to go beyond his limits because, as I mentioned with the heart-stopping technique, it is an immensely risky one because you do not have any control of the external forces. If you shut down your heart, you're already in recovery mode, so to speak. And at that point, anything could easily take out your body while it's still kind of warming back up, so to speak, or being revived. So when we used the heart stop technique, that was definitely him going beyond his limits because he couldn't predict what he was going to see when he woke up. Because for all he knew, he could have woken up and everyone was already KO'd. But he woke up to a scenario that could work in his favor, as in, again, the tension point still within the fight, and also moving forward to run with the adrenaline, use his counter technique, all while lacking one hand, which is really crazy. If that's not going beyond your limits, I mean, what else is? And this is him knowing that if they didn't do this, they were actually going to die. So putting everything on the table and then some, I think is what is beyond impressive, because on that edge of victory, sometimes you might not even know that that thing is in you. I mentioned this before. We could easily use the on the edge of victory flow with regards to Tanjiro and Kami Kagura, where he did not know that was in him. His father had told him about it, but he didn't know how to merge it into application as in a breathing technique. Yet when he had nothing else left, that's what came out of him. Again, Kami Kagura showing up on the border of life and death, going beyond his limit, knowing that he had to keep running this until they won because he didn't know what the outcome would be. The other example of this clearly is going to be Tanjiro's Demon Slayer mark, where him actually almost putting it in his head that he just had to press forward. Like it didn't matter what happened to his body afterwards, that the whole goal was to take off Gyutaro's head, and even trying to draw out the strength by force. So my thing is this, that with regards to going beyond your limits, how determined are you with whatever it is you're facing and going through? Is it bad enough for you to say we have to push higher than this? Or you're asking Jesus to help you show how he can take you beyond your limits, because your problems know you're weak. They know you're helpless. They know where you lack. But Jesus can actually override that and actually align you with what he deems as true strength, so that you can go beyond your limits spiritually, to be able to do something and address that problem or issue that's going on in your life right now. So going beyond your limits, I think, is something huge, and it's unique because some people might not have the courage to get there. Because again, you have to be in the fight, in the tension point, to be able to say, I need to push above anything I've ever known before. And ironically, the more you go beyond your limits, the more your capacity keeps increasing. And the more your capacity keeps increasing, your strength will even grow further and further still, which is all to the good for you. And because of that, really, I'm going to say here that that's a huge tip as to something you should keep in mind when you're on the edge of victory. whether it's in regards to maybe a job interview or whatever success, going beyond your limit could also help you to clinch the win. Yeah.